What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz on this TG. IF video just afternoon outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Last trade one more time on MULN, 18 and 1/2 cents. The obvious question of this day is, why did I sell half of my micro mobility and MULN in the past 7 days for tax purposes? Why you might want to do the same. What are the 7 other stocks that we own, 2 or 3 of which are currently on the launch pad? And is it really true that last night while walking in the park, I had an epiphany? All of that and more coming right out. Starbucks today, huh? Want to sponsor the show? We want to have a fucking event in Vegas. We want to be cruising out of Miami in the next 12 to 24 months. And I'm only going to say this one fucking time from now on, you have a chance to be part of all this fun. We have fun. We make lots of money. We're in this for at least 10 more years. You can get a Discord at trysmallbiz.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I talk about why I unloaded half of my MULN, give me some thumbs down. More snowflakes. Give me some thumbs down. I want them all down. I don't give a fuck about YouTube anymore. They pay me $500 a month. It's a joke. I do this to educate and entertain those that are in the Discord. And for a tiny sliver of you that are sitting on the fence, you will step forward when you're good and fucking ready. But I was out walking in the park before I go through the MULN and the MCOM fiasco and why I'm letting go of that ball and chain. And I was burned out. Full disclosure, myself and a gentleman overseas who does support are running the entire show. I answer 50 to 100 emails a day, a dozen or so phone calls. I'm promoting small business owners. I have the responsibility of responding to hundreds of comments inside of the Discord, let alone making sure we get in and out of these things at the right fucking time. So I am burned out. In fact, I'm so burned out, I haven't taken a vacation in 15 years. You know that? I went bankrupt in 2007 and 8. I was in South Florida. I had hundreds of thousands of QQQ puts. And if you saw the movie The Big Short, I was going to strip clubs with my buddies, right? Smoking, drinking, never thinking. And I saw all these slippers. We don't edit around here. So if you're new, fucking welcome. Sit down and shut your mouth and give me 10 or 15 minutes. But I saw all these strippers. Did I mention I'm having a very important conversation on Monday? And if you're in the Discord, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if I see anybody share that across social networks, I will find out who the fuck it is. And your ass is out the door. But I was in South Florida. Oh, what you talking about? I was in South Florida. I think something positive is coming. I was in South Florida and I saw these strippers. They had 5 houses. So I bought hundreds of thousands of put contracts. I had 40 accredited investors. The mistake I made is I didn't take into consideration time value erosion. I should have had futures. I should have went out further. So long story short, all those contracts expired about 7 months before the big crash. And instead of making exactly $4.1 million and rolling $2 or $3 million in commission for the rest of my life, I lost everything. And I was down the street, not even 20 minutes from where I am right now in the suburbs of Atlanta, hawking my $20,000 Breitling Avengers that are all iced out for $2,000 or $3,000 to a guy that would sell them on eBay. I was fucking destroyed. I was driving a forklift incoming right up the road for $9 an hour. So I lost everything. I got so fucking scared that I was afraid to take a vacation. And I promised myself and my late mother last night while I was walking through the park, having this epiphany, enough's enough. You've seen me doing fucking Ask Jason reviews at 10 o'clock at night in there. I'm obsessed with what I do. I love what I do. I love who I do it for, but I have to take a break. Otherwise, I'm going to be fucking dead in 6 feet under. So I am going on vacation before the end of this year, beginning of next. And I'll take you with me for a while. I'll go somewhere on the beach. We'll get behind a couple of girls walking in some butt floss. We'll have a good time, but I'm going to go chill out. So I'm going to go chill out. We just get to the point where he's a bit of a dirty son of a bitch, isn't he? Why, yes, he is. So here's what's going to happen before I get to those 2 stocks, and we'll be out of here in 10 minutes. No more late nights, no more 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting up with the Weeble crowd. I'll take a peek, but I'm not going to watch another pump and another fucking dump. You guys want to waste your life? Use Weeble as a sell-only tool. Do not buy anything between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. Use it only to sell stocks that are getting pumped up most likely because the institutions are trying to dilute into the face of the dumb retail money. But I'm not getting up that early. I'm not staying that late. I'm going to take a vacation. I also can't control who's going to pay attention and who's not. I do an @everyone tag. Everyone gets my alerts. And today was the most active day in the entire 3 months we've been into Discord. If you're not following me, if you're not even money on 5 other stocks, 1 or 2 of which we're down on, you're not fucking paying attention. Those 5 stocks that were even up a little, down a little are like rocket ships. They're ready to go. And I think 1 or 2 of them that are around 16 or 17 cents a share are going to before the end of this year related to the FDA news. But I have to chill out other than be super intense during market hours or I'm going to be 6 feet under. I'm going to be in a fucking wooden box or on an urn like my mother upstairs. Yes, she was cremated. So I can't control if you're going to pay attention or not. That's why this video will not be tagged. No more videos are getting tagged. I did a short video last night, least watched, least commented ever. I can't even get 10% of our Discord to acknowledge the trades that we're doing. I have no idea if they made 164% with me in the last 6 trades in 2 weeks or not. I have no idea. So I have to let go. That's my own spiritual evolution. I have to let go. I have to stop being so obsessed. I have to take breaks. I have to go on vacation, preferably where there is some butt floss, have a few too many drinks, stay away from the drugs, but always tell the truth. And if you're not convinced, and I'm talking about fucking almost to the point, sorry, Ma, of Major Wood, right? 80% of our audience is men. If you don't have Major Wood at the idea that the next 10 years you could make millions, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, far more than the $50 a fucking month that you're paying me, you're in the wrong place. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you the straight and dirty. Was the case this morning, we had to throw 2 dickheads out the door, one of which tried to apologize. And I told him, yeah, you go back into the Discord and you apologize for telling people, if I wanted to talk to you, I would talk to you. I tagged Jason. I only want to hear back from him. Wrong. There's a lot of smart, well-intentioned people in there, and I can't be in 600 places at once. So if you ask a question and somebody pipes up because they know the answer, you better give them the respect they deserve. So he writes back to me, I'm not going to apologize. Well, you're fucking fired, and here comes your money. And before I get to MULN and MCOM in a second, I am probably one of the only business guys in this fucking world that will give your money back, whether you ask for it or not. Do you know that half of the 18 to be exact and 6 that have been fired never asked for their money? We had 9 or 10 people quit. One guy wrote me, says, I think you're an asshole, but you work hard to keep the money. I said, okay, I appreciate that. I sent it to him anyway. I said, give it to charity. But half of them don't even ask for the money. I send it anyway. $5 or $50 refunded. Just saw that you canceled your account. Wish you the best of luck. How many fucking companies do that? I don't want your money. If you don't think I'm not going to cover off the ball, if you don't want to invest in our future together, then I don't want your money. So one of the last things before I talk about these, did I mention I've got a very important call? You better stuck with a buy zone. If I see anybody, because I see it starting to creep higher, you should not be paying over what the limit was. Somebody's front running, possibly. Better not be us. What's he talking about? This is what you call a senior moment. I was on a roll and I forgot what I was saying. So in closing, trust the universe, Jason. Whoever's supposed to be here will be here. Whoever's logging off, thumbs down, telling me what a fucking idiot you are, is meant to leave. I sold half of these stocks for 2 reasons. Since April, 52 and 5, 51 and 5, something like that, and that includes MCOM and MULN. You take those 2 out, I average a sell of a loss about once every 3 months. It's insane, and we're doing it with penny stocks. 10 grand invested is worth well over 100,000 in the last 18 months. So I had massive capital gains, and rather than give the money to the government so they could launder it overseas, I used these 2 fucking pigs to virtually eliminate 90% of the money that I'm going to have to owe the government. So the second reason, before I tell you where I'm going to sell the rest, is I've had about enough of these 2 fucking scumbags. You know who I'm talking about. No ethics. Why'd they keep moving the goalpost? Why'd they keep moving the record date? Why'd you fucking say you're in a quiet period longer than anybody's I've ever seen, and we still haven't seen any non-public material information? What's the fucking deal with the warrants? How come you postpone the buyback another 6 months? And on it goes. And in case the other clown, remember when he said in August, no more toxic financing? Now we find out the reason the fucking stock is 018 is because he's adding upwards of 600 million shares, most likely before the reverse split. In other words, I've had enough of these fucking scumbags. It's a tremendous drain on your and my psyche. So I sold half to eliminate my capital gains requirement to the government. And the last half to go are at 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. 10% increments. So if it goes up and through 4 on MCOM's case, I'm out of the whole thing. I'm going to lose 65, 70%. In the case of MULN, I'm sitting at a quarter, 30, 35, 40, 45. If it goes up and through a half, I'm out. But I reserve the right to sell both much earlier than that because I think each of them are heading to a massive reverse. They do not care about you and your fucking money. They do not care about you and your family. Yes, there's enough there to be, quote, legit. Yes, there's a lot of people that are going to hate me because I'm throwing in the towel. No, I'm being smart with my and potentially your money if you're inside of the Discord. We're eliminating our capital gains tax requirements to the government. You could have had 52 fucking wins in the last 6 or 7 months. In the last 2 weeks alone, 164% gains. In other words, we don't need these two clowns in order to over the next 10 years and beyond. So until next time, always remember that I love you. And thank you so much for watching. Oh, that was a bit of a train wreck.